Today's vlog, we're going to talk about the future concepts. Gemini app, the Gemini app, Google Assistant, lets you create concepts. If you dig into my channel, if you see this video, they're open concept ideas. They're not patent. You take them, be rich. I mean, more than Elon Musk. These are platinum stuff. You'll be richer than Elon Musk. But if you do get rich, remember me, Andrew Camacho. It's about magnetic, levitating, hovering capabilities. There was places in the 1800s throughout Europe and America that believed this, but it was mechanical. Chains, wires, you know. Now it's magnetic, levitating, hovering capabilities, which is the energy that things could fly. It's the future. Now you're probably thinking that's not real, science fiction. No, AI technology by the next 20 years is going to be inside of every home. It's already going on the electricity wires. I mean the through the phone lines. It's changing. It's going through the power cords and all that. It's getting digital. So by the next 20 years, we're going to totally be living in the future. By the next 50 to 100 years, there's probably going to be another future being created. Because the rapid technology, especially quantum computers, is going to dominate everything. And people need to know how to be concept makers. By the next 100 years, we're already going to be traveling through space, in and out, discovering new planets. There's going to be other strange capabilities. Who knows? By the next 5 years, I think it is, or so many years from now, NASA's already they're going to start building a base on the moon. So you got to think, Elon Musk, NASA, the base on the moon, AI technology, quantum computers. You put that together, you think of magnetic, levitating, hovering capabilities. There's spheres. Those are flying objects. You could call them orbs or whatever, but there's spheres. And there's the psychic, 16 psychic. It mines gold. People don't know that. It has gold. So if you look at my concepts on my YouTube channel, Drew C to the AZ with a number 2, just check it out. Tell everybody you could build robots. You could do this. People like will.i.am at ASU University of Arizona, Tempe, Arizona, where that's my home, Phoenix, Arizona, are talking about AI technology. Now, the thing is that you could create concepts with any type of idea. You could get it from a movie. You could dig through your phone. There's Legend City. There's Seattle Space Center, 1962. There's the futurism with a U at the end. At the end of futurism, there's a U in it. It's like technologies of the 60s and 50s that are 10 times better of today. There's a bunch of old videos y'all can find about on YouTube about the old future comparing to the new future. Now you don't call it future, you call it futuristic. So you could live in a new reality that is like aliens. Think about it. UAPs, UFOs. Area 51 is probably going to come out pretty soon with a bunch of stuff that they're not going to hide it no more because it's not being hidden no more. So get up off your high horse. Don't sit on the couch. Create your own concepts. Use all the apps. Base 44. You can make your own video games these days. Create an app, a business app that helps people find dates, find jobs, find ways to dress better, how to cut their hair. You know, all this technology is like Star Trek, the next generation. And only rich people had lived that life. Now it's the ghetto people because Android phones are so cheap that it has a lot of the technology in it. And there's a bunch of gaming apps. You can watch surveys. Facebook, I've been seeing ads on Facebook that if you press a button or something, it lets you get paid for watching videos, just scrolling through videos, rails and stuff. So YouTube is eventually going to do that one day. And right now you could create apps like Base 44 lets you create an app that people can watch a video or drop a link to a video on the app on the platform, and then people scroll through it and they get points or some kind of income off of it. And then the maker, the founder of the app, makes money off of it too. You got to think like that. That's how China's doing it. And we got to think, we got to think as people, the futuristic world, the futurism. There was the old cars from the 60s and 50s are like the new version of lowriders of today throughout the 70s and 80s. They got the bucket seats. Those were cars that were designed for the future to drive at other planets. Flying capabilities, which is magnetic, levitating, hovering. And I got a bunch of stuff from magnetic, levitating, hovering waiter trays for the Diamondbacks. They don't have that in China and Japan on the super fast trains. They're still using wood and plastic. So in order to get to the future like Elon Musk, you got to think like him. It's called karate. It's called Tai Chi. You got to use your attributes. I learned that from Safeway. They're very magnetic. That's why the grocery carts stop, and the courtesy workers have to undo it with a controller. I think that's how I started getting my knowledge of the future, because I was hearing voices a lot. I thought it was the damn devil, demons, aliens. I realized something was showing me something within my mind itself, almost like some futuristic sci-fi alien movie. Crazy. And Gemini app, the Google Assistant, shows you images and video, and it does a bunch more. You can make instrumentals with it for hip hop and music. There's a Suno app, you could do the same thing. And it's very true. Like, I was wondering, oh man, my Android phone, it doesn't have the right internet stuff, the right technology to use Suno in the voice thing. And I always would bless this Chinese spot with lottery scratchers in their tip jar without even purchasing food. And I noticed the other day, it just started working. I could record my voice, but I didn't like the feature of that type of thing. On Suno, I didn't like it. I thought it was gonna be my original voice because I like the way you could record and type in a description on a hip hop instrumental, and it's really cool, but it didn't come out that way. But they say it could get better. They're making it better eventually. So then you got BandLab. You could import your tracks and all that, your instrumentals, whatever. So if you want to make music, there's a bunch of ways to make it. If you're more of a DJ type of hands-on with the instruments and beat machines, okay, cool. But the thing is that there's a bunch of videos out there about the future, and I've been learning about that because working with certain people and understanding the concepts like Circle K convenience stores. There was the owner that started that store was a smart dude too. He sold sodas. He was a soda pop seller. He had his own little soda stand, and I think he sold something else, but I forgot. And that's how you learn the future. You learn it slowly by little, and if your boss is teaching you, because they really care for you, you just don't see it because everybody's always talking about racism. They don't realize that it's not like that. Don't let that chew you up. Try to ignore it and stay away from it as much as you can. Because all it is going to make you fail. That's when you go back to having God in your life, being a Christian. Because when you start feeling the evil in your job force where you work at, and it's tearing you apart, giving you mental illness, you're going to need God. So that's what I'm saying. So I realized attributes and then the Christian attributes, yeah, it works. Anticipating customers' needs. So the technology that we see is going to be like that. I say by the next 50 to 100 years, that the phone technology, the smartphone, Android and all that, iPhone, is going to be so perfect. I mean, dude, you're probably going to be able to do surgery by using your phone. Because the lasers, the everything inside these phones, the lights and all that. And then we have touch screens on the phones and on computers. There's another touch screen called Air Touch. In mid-air, you're going to touch things. And it's going to be all over the place pretty soon. And I got that all on my channel. And I got all that from Gemini app with these concept ideas. And you got to think interface is basically what video games used to carry, and that's what you see in, Personas machines and beat machines and all that stuff when it comes to making hip hop music or music. So you got to think like that, outside the box. And you could create a car, you could create a bike, anything. People do it by hand. Welding and stuff, but we got to think of the future and just check out the concepts and give a comment. Subscribe. I'm looking for subscribers so I can help out the homeless people. I need a good 1,000 or more subscribers so I could get the homeless people out of this situation. I'm really want to move forward by helping homeless people to get them out of the streets so the streets could be cleaner. I can't totally 100% make sure that they're going to stop doing drugs, but the ones that want to get cleaned up and the ones that want to have their own housing, that's what I want to do. Eventually find out how to house them, create my own community, neighborhood, whatever, in a futuristic life for these people, in a futurism, mechanism that we could have for the future, because it's going to be beautiful by the next 100 years. If America doesn't depart, it's going to be beautiful out there. So y'all pretty ladies, keep on running and jogging and exercising. And you fellas, stack your muscle, get your money up. You're going to see slowly how the future is going to be beautiful. And it's called futuristic, y'all. Peace.